Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back, Brandon again, and you're here with me in my hotel room in Seattle. And you should feel pretty special because usually the only people that come to my hotel room are those that I find on Craigslist and Backpages, if you know what I'm saying. But I've been here for a little less than a day and I figured I'd go ahead and check in with you guys really quick. I am severely jet lagged, so if I ramble on this video or say something that doesn't make sense, I'm gonna blame it on that. One of the things I'll also say is you might hear some clicking in this video because of the autofocus on the camera. I don't have my external mic, so it's gonna pick up some of the noises, and for example, it will sound like this. Woody Woodpecker in the house. You like those awesome state-of-the-art effects? In the frame, out the frame. Pretty fancy, I know. But I wanted to throw that out because people seem to comment on that. But as I said, here in Seattle, getting back on track, and it's kind of weird for this video because I don't really have a certain talk track I want to go down, because as you guys probably know from my last video, I'm on an off week this week. I'm also going to be deloading. I don't know how long that's going to be, but I'm not going to jump back onto any specific programming until I'm home for good, which is going to be another 3 weeks. And I do have some stuff planned, but I wanted to go ahead and thank everybody who gave me suggestions in my last video. You gave me a lot of stuff to do this morning, responding to all your comments, as I had a hard time sleeping. So one of the issues I have when I travel is sleeping, especially because I'm going East Coast to West Coast, and I'm a very regimented person. That's just a nice way of saying that I'm anal when it comes to certain things, which you guys have probably picked up on a little bit. But as far as sleeping goes, I almost always go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, even on the weekends. I know, old man gains. And I get up at 6 a.m. almost every day, even on the weekends. At least I can watch cartoons if I really want to. But my body is just so used to that even when I travel, no matter what time I go to bed, I always wake up at that same time. So when I'm in Seattle and I'm on a 3-hour time delay, basically, 6 a.m. is 3 a.m. Seattle time. So 3 a.m. this morning, I was up answering emails because I couldn't sleep. And you guys had left a lot of comments, like I said, so I appreciate it because it did give me something to do, although I don't necessarily appreciate all the suggestions you gave me. Some of them I really had a hard time discerning if you were kidding or not. Hopefully you guys were sarcastic with some of those. You know who you are. But I do have some stuff planned. You'll probably hear about that a little bit more when I'm home. So again, a couple of weeks. But other than that, things are going well here. I figured I'd go ahead and show you guys what I ate today, just because I didn't eat a lot in terms of meals. And I say that because when I'm home, I usually have like 4 to 5 meals, usually 5, maybe a snack here or there. I eat a lot when I'm at home, just because easy access, and I'd rather just space it out throughout the day so I'm not really ever hungry. At the same time, I don't want to have just several, or I should say fewer, large meals and feel bloated in between. It's not really my style. But when I travel, I usually only eat 3 times per day just because of the circumstances. I'm in a hotel, I'm at work, I'm doing something, I'm traveling. It's harder to eat frequently when you're traveling. So one of the things I do is just make sure I get good meals. And today I think I did pretty good in terms of what I got. At least the food was really good. I'm sure you guys will yell at me saying it has too much this or not enough that, or I'm gonna get cancer or GMOs or whatever. It's not that serious. But for breakfast this morning, I had eggs, I had a ham steak, I had potatoes, and I had some toast. And I'll show you a picture of that obviously on here. One of the things that I always try to do when I travel is I always try to get eggs just because I really like eggs. And plus they're easy if you really want to just ask for egg whites. Most places will do that these days. The ones you're seeing here are whole eggs, of course, so Scooby probably would not approve. But I also got a ham steak, only because in that case I think it's a lot leaner than your other breakfast meats, which are bacon and sausage in most cases. So ham steak's high in protein, but also pretty low in fat. And you guys probably know from watching my other breakfast videos that I'm big on ham steaks and Canadian bacon, which is basically little ham steaks, and cubed ham and all that other stuff, as I put those in my breakfast burritos daily. So that was a good choice for me in this case. I also got some potatoes, which you can see, which are just pretty much like home fries, and then toast. And whenever I get toast when I go out, regardless if I'm home or traveling or away, I always ask for dry toast, just because butter itself adds a ton of extra fat, ton of extra calories, and not to mention I'm just not a big fan of how much they smother that toast in butter in most cases. And this place always does a good job because they put it on the side for you regardless if you ask for it or not. But breakfast was definitely good. And just a water to drink. One of the problems I have when I travel is I don't drink enough water, I feel like, so I make sure to get it in when I can. I hesitated because I knew you guys were thinking it already, but you already know. I don't have to say it. So that was breakfast. Then for lunch, what I had is I went across the street to this brewery place. So of course I had to get a beer just because why not? And I can. It was called a Dragon's Tooth Stout. It was all right, but the sandwich I got was really good. It was called a chicken panino. I had to hesitate there because I thought it was a misprint at first. I thought it was supposed to be a panini because that's what it looked like, but no, it was a chicken panino. And once I ate it, stuttered there because I was thinking about eating that sandwich. I got a little bit excited. It was a mix of a panini and a Cubano sandwich. So if you guys know what those are, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go out and get yourself a Cubano sandwich. I love those things. But it was good. It was shredded chicken on the inside. I also got a salad on the side just because I figured with the beer and traveling, probably didn't need the French fries. And that theme actually continued on to dinner, as you can see here, which was quite simply awesome. Like, this gives me a boner just looking at it. I get that excited about sandwiches. This was called a California chicken burger, which I don't know why they call it that because honestly it is a grilled chicken sandwich. But they also had this deal where you could add on an extra burger or patty, or in this case chicken breast, for $4. So of course I jumped on that. Anytime if you ask me, can you make a sandwich better by adding more meat, I'm gonna take that deal. So I got that second chicken breast on there. Also on there was avocado, some shredded lettuce. It was really, really freaking good. As you can see here too, it was monstrous. And I've gotten this before a couple times when I come here, so I knew how big it was gonna be. That's what he said. Even though I'm jet lagged, I'm still getting that in. I already used that one though, so I can't say it there. But I've gotten this before, so I know how much food it is. So in this case, I also got a side salad, which was just some greens, some tomatoes, and some goat cheese, which I like a lot, but my fiance does not. Speaking of fiancés, I need you guys' help. What is a better word that I can call her besides fiance? And it has to be respectful, because I know a lot of you were thinking you can call her yo bitch. I don't think she'd go for that. She's pretty freaking strong. You guys would be surprised. I gotta get her in some training videos. She's a little camera shy, but she would whoop my ass. So I can't do that. But what else can I call her besides fiance? Because I think that word sounds really douchey. If you guys have a better suggestion, let me know in the comment section below. And don't just say Beyonce, because I think that might be worse than fiance. But anyways, I'm rambling, talking about fiancés, Beyonce, sandwiches, boners, that's what she said. Believe it or not, this was a fairly typical Campbell Fitness video. But in the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.